Hey YouTube, Elemental Hero Master here. I'm doing a deck profile of my hero deck. If you saw my last video about the Pendulum rules, I'm hoping you agree with me on this. It's your own opinion on if you think I'm correct about them or not, but I just don't really like them, so I'm just going to leave it at that for now. If you want to check it out, just go check out my other videos. So let's get started. The first card we have is an Avian, followed by Burstinatrix. Then we have a Bubbleman for his Draw 2 ability, which is pretty good. Next we have a Captain Gold. So, Captain Gold is basically a strategy. Before going further, I'm telling you this is not a TCG legal deck for now. It's an OCG legal. So you're able to use one Stratos. And I was going to tell you earlier, with Captain Gold, use here's my Stratos strategy, which you bring out Stratos, then if Captain Gold's still in your deck, add him, then send him to the grave, you get a Skyscraper. Pretty simple. Next we have Clayman. He's defensive power. Next we have Elemental Hero Heat, Elemental Hero Lady Heat. They're pretty similar. Heat's effect is he gains 200 attack for every elemental hero monster you control. Lady Heat's effect is she will deal 200 damage to your opponent for every elemental hero monster you control. Next we have Neo Alias, and this type of deck, it's weird to run him, I've been told, since he's better in a Neo-Spacian deck. Well, he's working pretty well with me in this one. So, next we have Elemental Hero Ocean. He's one of the cards I like to call a Gravedigger because he can add hero or destiny hero monsters to your hand from the graveyard during your standby phase. It's pretty good. Next we have Prisma. It's a pretty good card. You send one card from your deck to the graveyard. He's considered that monster until the end phase. Next we have Sparkman, which he's a pretty good card to run because for Plasma Vice and Shining Flame Wingman, it's pretty good. Next we have Elemental Hero Stratos. His effect, when he's normal summoned or special summoned, you can select one of these effects, destroy the spell trap cards equal to the number of face-up hero, destiny hero, or evil hero monsters you control, and that's not including him. Or you can add one elemental hero, destiny hero, or evil hero monster to your hand from your deck. Next we have Wildheart, because he's unaffected by traps, so it's pretty good. The last of our level 4 monsters is Woodsman. He's a searcher for polymerization, kind of. Next we have Necroshade. It's his effect's a pretty good one. It says while this card's in the graveyard, you can normal summon one level 5 or higher elemental hero monster from your hand without tributes. So it's a pretty good effect. You can use it for like Blade Edge or Neos or another Necroshade. It's pretty good. Next we have Elemental Hero Blade Edge. He has Battle Pierce, so it's pretty good. Next we have the icon of hero monsters, Elemental Hero Neos. It's pretty good. Next we have Honest. This rounds up our monsters. It's pretty cool. So I find it's pretty good. By the way, this is just a 40 card deck, so it's running pretty well since it's lower numbers. Next, we're setting the spells with 3 E Emergencies, followed up by 2 R Righteous Justices. It's pretty good. After those, we'll have 2 Reinforcement of the Armies. kind of pretty cool. Next we have a Defusion, which this card, like Xyz monsters, you know how they have those discard effects and can target your monsters. Defusion, you basically just remove the target and they wasted the effect. Next, for our field spell, we have Fusion Gate. I would run 2, but I only have 1 at the moment, so. Next, since we're running a Fusion Gate, of course we're going to have a Parallel World Fusion. It's pretty good. And after that, we're going to have just a normal Polymerization. Because I told you there's a Shining Flame Wingman in here. So, you're going to need monsters in your graveyard too. And you already know there's going to be a Skyscraper since it is a hero deck. And the last card we have is a Super Polymerization. It doesn't target, so some of those cards that say, you can't target this card, those effects won't work. Anyways, cards and activations, cards and effects cannot be activated in response to this card's activation. So that's pretty cool. Next we're running 2 Mirror Forces, followed by a Hero Emerges. Then we have a Bottomless Trap Hole. That's pretty good. Then we have a Dark Bribe to negate spell and trap card effects. It's pretty good. Followed by a Hero Barrier, negate the attack of one of your opponent's monsters if you control a face-up elemental hero. So it's pretty good. Next we have Localized Tornado. It's kind of like a reshuffler in case you want to get your opponent to deck out. And we have 1 Royal Decree, so yeah. And we have a 7 Tools of the Bandit to negate trap cards and destroy it. But you just have to pay 1,000 life points, so sort of good, sort of bad. Now let's start with the monsters. First we're having a Wild Heart. He can attack all of your opponent's monsters at once. Next we have Thunder Giant. I'm not going to go into this effect since you should know it since it was like used in like episode 6 of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. So next we have Tempest because this effect that can make cards hard to get off the field. Pretty good. We'll follow it up with the Elemental Hero Plasma Vice. So that's a pretty good card. He has Pierce, and you can, by discarding 1 card, destroy 1 monster in attack position your opponent controls. The next card we have is Inferno. He's kind of like a placeholder until I get like Nova Master in this deck. But right now I have an Inferno. His effect states he gains attack during the damage step if he battles a water type monster. It's during either turn too. Next we have Terra Firma. By like say I send Inferno to the graveyard, Terra Firma will gain 2,300 points, or how many I have Infernos right there at that time, so it's pretty good. Next we have Flame Wingman. I would say either. In this deck, of course, you're going to run either a Flame Wingman or Phoenix Enforcer, depending on which effect you want. If you want a damage effect type extra deck, then Flame Wingman. If you want to can't be destroyed by battle, then go Phoenix Enforcer. Next we have Shining Flame Wingman. You should have known that was coming because I have a Flame Wingman. Basically, when he destroys, same effect as Wingman. When he destroys a monster by battle, inflict the attack of that monster to your opponent. And this card also will gain 300 attack for every elemental hero monster you have in the grave. Next we have Rampart Blaster for defensive attacks. It's pretty good. Followed by Mudball Man. This card's a placeholder for Absolute Zero, so yeah. That's a card that you're going to want to run for this deck. Next is Electrum. He shuffles in all banished cards, so he's also considered every element except Dark. Next, the next 4 cards. I told you about Absolute Zero and Nova Master. Those are 2 of the 6 elemental monsters' elements. So the last 4 I have are Exguardia, the Shining, Great Tornado, and Gaia. They are pretty good monsters. It's pretty cool. Next, in the side deck I'm going to show you, I have a Darkbright in the side deck, Phoenix Enforcer, and Shining Phoenix Enforcer. That covers all of the fusions. Next we have a Ice Edge, followed by Voltic, Flash, Elemental Hero Knospi, and Poison Rose. Yeah. Then the last 2 monsters are Wing Kuriboh and Wing Kuriboh level 10. So it's pretty good. And the rest of the extra deck spells: Flute of Summoning Kuriboh, Transcendent Wings, Rosebud, and Skyscraper 2 Hero City. So that's a pretty good deck to run. Also, I almost forgot, it's 1 extra Skyscraper in the extra deck. The side deck. It's a pretty good deck to run. It's pretty strong on its winning streak. So this is my hero deck. You can go to like different elemental hero deck strategies videos. Take like cards from there, like shuffle them around. Go like that, because that can actually help sometimes. Well, this has been a deck profile of my elemental hero deck. Remember, leave a comment, and subscribe. Until next time, this is Elemental Hero Master signing out.